What's good, everybody? It's your girl JoAnnGray, and I'm back today to talk to you about going veggie. Now, this is not an invitation to join me. If you find that you have some interest in it and you'd like to know more about it, you can Google it, you can talk to your doctor about it, do your research, and you can also just follow my videos. I don't recommend this lifestyle for people if they don't want it. I know that I chose the lifestyle because I saw that it worked for somebody. Now, I didn't know what the person, my coworker, was doing. I asked her why she looked so good. What was she doing that made her hair so straight and her skin so bright? And she told me she stopped eating meat. So I took it upon myself to not even ask her questions. I just said, you know what, I'm going to have to eliminate meat too. I got to the point where I was extremely sluggish. My heart rate was 120 beats per minute coming up the stairs with my book bag. I was having tingling in my shoulders, heart palpitations, I think I said that already. My arm, I had a feeling of heaviness in my arm. My fingers were tingling, they were cold, they were sweaty, clammy. My feet were frozen solid, they felt frozen solid and wet. I was just getting no good tissue perfusion in my body. What I had done was started school and started eating fast food 1 to 2 times a day, every day of the week for 10 weeks. One day we were doing assessments on each other and somebody put me on the scale and I had my back turned to the scale. She told me I was 199 pounds. I'm like, girl, please. I'm just thinking to myself, this woman, bless her heart, bless her heart. She just doesn't know any better. She doesn't know how to use a scale, And I felt real bad for her. But I knew that I was feeling bad inside. I knew I did not feel well. I knew I wasn't my personal best. And if on the off chance that was correct, there was nowhere for me to go but up because I wasn't changing my eating habits. I hadn't even thought about changing my eating habits because I had no idea that I had gained the freshman 15. So, again, it kind of coincided with seeing the coworker and her telling me that she stopped eating meat, and I just took the plunge. Now, I'm an all or nothing type of girl, so I just jumped in head over heels. I'm not the type of person that follows the crowd. So I don't have to ask people to join me, and I don't have to say to people, hey, I'm doing this thing. I just let her, the proof was in the pudding when I looked at her because she looked totally different. So I knew that I needed to do something for myself. I have gained and lost weight over the years. Now that I'm 43 years old, my metabolism is changing, my hormones are going erratic, and things are just happening that are beyond my control. And now it's difficult. It's more difficult for me to maintain a sensible weight, and it's obviously very easy for me to pick up weight. So I decided that I was going to go on this journey. I just made my mind up. I got rid of everything that I had that wasn't good and replaced things in my refrigerator with the things that I could eat. So I do not surround myself with things that I cannot have. And I'm not tempted. I keep little things, like I love those wasabi peas or chili peas, and I'll just eat those as a snack, knowing that I'm getting some protein and I'm not getting much fat at all because, I really can't eat a whole bunch of those peas at a time, but I can eat on them and satisfy my in-between meal cravings. Straight veggies, I've actually made sure that everything that I'm eating has no milk in it, no eggs in it, and things of that nature. I have slipped up a time or two, like with those veggie meatballs, those meatless meatballs rather. I did with that, and it said that it contained eggs or traces of eggs, and I ate those, and now I got over it because I'm not doing nearly what I was doing before, but I want to do a purely vegetable diet. I favor cooking my vegetables, but after watching the movie Forks Over Knives just this Thanksgiving or the day before Thanksgiving, I just don't want to do that anymore even. I'm just like, maybe I should be incorporating more raw foods into my life. So that is my goal for this week. So starting tomorrow, I'm going to do more raw veggies. I'm going to have the big salads and I'm going to eat my oatmeal in the morning and drink my green goodness and try to incorporate more bottled water into my diet. So I'm really on a good path. So I want to share with you some of, the record of my weight loss. I didn't keep dates, but I did keep weeks. So whenever I started that Gone Veggie series, I topped in the scales at 199. I am 5'3" and shrinking. Okay, 199 is a lot for me. And I know that you all see me here and you say, oh, well, this, can't be, or you're not fat enough, or whatever. This is my journey. I'm on this for myself, and hopefully it could be a motivation for you. But no, I'm not the fattest person that there is, but I'm also not the slimmest person that there is, and neither one of those two are my goals. I want to be healthy. I do not want to drop dead. I'm at this age in life where I'm seeing more and more people in my work dropping dead, having strokes, having aneurysms, and it's scaring the crap out of me. And I don't know about anybody else. If you don't work in the medical field, you're not necessarily getting to see what goes on in the real world as far as people presenting themselves in the hospital as sick as can be. I do not want to be those sick people. Not if I can help it, not from preventable disease. When I watched that movie, Forks Over Knives, he talked about reversing atherosclerosis and high blood pressure. And I've seen people in my practice, I've seen people come out off of blood sugars that were type 2 diabetics whose diet we monitor and keep them on a no concentrated sweets, no added salt diet, and their A1C just normalizes, and then they don't have to do blood sugars anymore. We just check the A1C every 3 months just to make sure that everything is maintaining. So you can control your life through diet. You have to exercise, and you have to drink water. You have to eliminate stress from your life. But then there are these factors, being black, being over 35, being male especially, we're not going to be able to help those things. So we can stop the drinking, we can stop the overeating, we can stop the smoking, and we can exercise and lose weight and get ourselves in shape. Not all fat people have high blood pressure. There are thin people. It's just a hereditary thing. I mean, that's going to be one of those things that we aren't going to be able to change either. But we can control. We can control things, and we can get things at bay. Because a lot of times, the things that we're doing to hurt ourselves are based solely around our diet. Okay, so on my weight loss for week 1, I was 199. I weigh myself at my job every Sunday that I'm there. So on 1 week, I was 199. I had gone veggie 2 weeks prior. That leads me to believe that the potential was there for me to have topped the scales at over 200. But since I got on at 199, I'm going to take 199. That was after 2 weeks of being a vegetarian. The next week, I was down 7 pounds. I was at 192. The third week, I lost 3 pounds, and I was at 189. The next week, I lost 2 pounds, and I was at 187. That following week, I lost 4 pounds, and I was at 183. The next week, I didn't weigh, and I believe that was because I probably had my period, and I just don't weigh during my period time. The following week, which was 2 weeks, 2 weeks had gone by, I lost 1 pound, so I was 182, and almost a little discouraged because I hadn't gotten on the scale in a week. I hadn't faltered in my diet plan. I was just wondered what happened at that time. Well, after I lost the 1 pound, the following week I ended up losing 5 pounds, and I went down to 177, and I felt I was just ecstatic to crack the 170s from the 190s. I mean, that's awesome. The following week I did not get on the scale, and that was because what happened that I didn't get on the scale? I didn't get on the scale because I did a week worth of delicious hummus. I mean, I was a hummus maniac. I was so addicted to that stuff, eating it every day, sometimes twice a day. It was 800 calories for a little tub of those things. I mean, for for a little 10-ounce tub. I was just ridiculous with it, and I couldn't help it. I just got a taste of that oil that they cook with it, that tahini, that sesame oil, and I think it just awakened my body to something else. But thank God that by that Saturday or Sunday, I got so sick. It was like the peas came out, but the oil had stayed in my system, and I had to get my friend to Google to figure out how I was going to get this oil, this taste of oil out of my mouth, because I really thought I had damaged myself somehow, because why was I tasting this oil, you know? Why was my mouth filling up, and why was I going to vomit, you know? I'm excuse me, you guys, but I was just going to be ill. So I did not weigh that time, and I think the following week I was on my period, so I didn't weigh then. I have been on vacation, so I ended up weighing at school on that scale that I had topped at 199. I got on that scale and it said I was 174. So at the 174 mark, that put me down to 25 pounds down. Now, I did not weigh last week because I was on vacation. I haven't weighed this week because I'm on vacation. I will be back to work next weekend, and I will hop on the scale, and I'm hoping to be at least 4 pounds or 5 pounds down so I can get into the 160s. Now, it has not become a weight loss thing, but when you can see that just by eating right, that your body is just naturally eliminating fat, then, and this is without exercise, and not that I'm bragging or boasting about that, because I need to get out there and exercise. That's just going to be the next level. But I'm hoping to be in the 160s when I get on the scale in about 6 days. And if that be the case, I'm going to start my exercise routine, because I really didn't want to have a heart attack. I really didn't want to hurt myself, because I just was having difficulty breathing, just having a hard time altogether. But I'm very thankful, and I'm very blessed to have this discipline, to have this willpower to be able to get by. Now, I only surround myself with the things that I can have. I'm drinking the Green Goodness juice, so I make sure that I keep 52 ounces of those Green Goodness in my refrigerator at all times. So I might buy up 4 or 5 at a time and just make sure that I have those. I like to snack on those peas, and I make sure that I have those. And I like dried fruits. I love bananas, and I love oranges. So these are the things that I keep handy. I have this junk in my purse, and that's my junk. My junk is a banana, an orange, and some dried peas in my pocketbook. So if I feel like snacking, if I get hungry, I have something at my disposal. I also purchased a small thermos, a little 10-ounce thermos that I can put food in. So when I make up my hot veggies, I just nuke them and then put them inside of the thermos, and they stay hot until lunchtime when I'm at school. So that works out really well. This week I have decided to go raw. So I don't know if it's going to be from now until next Monday, but I believe I'm going to have some oatmeal in the morning for breakfast, some Green Goodness, and some fruit and vegetable, and I'm going to have big salads for lunch and for dinner, or sensible salads, because I just don't even have the appetite anymore that I did to be a glutton. And as I said, I always have the things that I need handy to snack on, so I'm always eating an orange. I've always got oranges and bananas available. I've got dried fruit available. I've got those dried peas available, and then I have my veggies. Then I can always, grab a veggie and eat it. So it really says something to have things at your disposal. Now, if you have families and you need to cook for families, I think you can do that. I did cook a roast for Thanksgiving. I'm not against people who eat meat. I'm not against meat. It was delicious while it lasted. It was fun while it lasted. Now I have decided to eat to live as opposed to live to eat. I do my socializing that's not based around a meal. I don't worry about it. I let other people worry about it. I get a lot of questions about my lifestyle, even so much so that I've had someone say to me, well, I picked up the 20 pounds that you lost, and then almost attack me about eating vegetables. And, you know, what are your triglycerides? What could they possibly be like? And what have you done to, you know, gain 20 pounds in the same time frame that I've lost 25? You know what I'm saying? So I think that people should not be judgmental. I'm not, but don't judge people who are on their journeys. Let them do their thing. They're opening their lives up to you. Allow me to open my life up to you. This is my channel. And I'm not saying go veggie, but if you find that you like it, if you see results from me, if you put this video up next to the video of my first Gone Veggie, you can see a difference in my face. You can see a difference in my face. I'm just a different individual, and I feel better. I'm no longer having any tingling, any pain, any heart palpitations, and I'm ecstatic. Let's see, I got some questions here, like why did I choose vegetarianism, and that was a no-brainer when I saw the person that was doing well. How do you begin? You begin by, you know, maybe fooling yourself into believing that you're allergic to those other things. And get rid of that stuff. You have to throw it away and just start all over again and build your refrigerator. You know, put things in your refrigerator, in your cupboards that you can eat. Get yourself whole grains. Get yourself good, wholesome snack foods if you have to have snack foods. And keep vegetables around. What I have to learn to do is not make my eyes bigger than my stomach, because that is still happening. I still have those tendencies to want to binge or, you know, eat big. And when you have vegetables, you don't have to worry about that. You just feel better, and you know that if you do feel like eating big, that you're eating healthy, and it can't be anything as bad as you know, your burger from the fast food joint. So just begin at the beginning, and when you get to the end, stop. I'm planning on making this a lifestyle change. This is the beginning of my journey, but I am 3 months in, so right now it's a lifestyle change, and I'm okay with it. I don't know what the future will bring, but you know, right now this is where I'm going to be. I want to live, and that's why I'm doing this. I really also want to say that this crusade is mine. You know, I want to share this journey with you, but know that it is not in any way to force you to choose this lifestyle. I've always had issues with food. I've always had issues with my weight. And again, I'm not morbidly obese, but I am at least 50 pounds overweight, or at least I was 50 pounds overweight at the minimum. So I have to do something about it because I want to live, and I don't want to spend the rest of my life battling weight. I just want it to be second nature that I'm a healthy person, and it's happening as I'm eating and drinking my juices and drinking water every day. I'm becoming healthier. My body is changing. My body is morphing into what it's supposed to be, and it's not taking too long. It's not going rapid, but it's not taking too long either, because technically if I had not changed, I would be another 25, you know, probably 25 pounds heavier at this time instead of 25 pounds lighter. So stay with me on this journey. Stick with me. I think it's going to be wonderful. Stay with your crusade. If it's the Atkins diet, stick with it. If it's the no-carb diet, stick with it. I haven't tried Atkins, but I have done the no-carb way, where I eliminated I eliminated corn. I eliminated pasta, rice, and bread from my diet, and I just had a sensible piece of meat, generally a chicken breast, and the vegetable of my choice. And then I would supplement with salad and fruit, and you know, I would always have those kind of things around. I snack all the time. The more I eat, when your metabolism kicks in, the more you want to eat. So you have to have, you know, some grapes or something handy that you can eat, something to satisfy your craving, because once you start eating and you feel good, I mean, my nails are growing back. I had to cut them off for school, but I mean, they're growing back, and they're growing back nice and healthy. And this is just a sign. My health is better. My labs are good. And see your doctor. See your doctor and let them know what you're doing. And, you know, just make sure that this is going to work for you. If the doctor has told you even once that you have high blood pressure and you're not doing anything about it, please think twice. Blood pressure, high blood pressure is the silent killer. And that's another thing. I did become pre-hypertensive. Right now we consider 120, which is the top number in your blood pressure, up to 139 as pre-hypertensive, and then 140, which used to be pre-hypertensive, is now considered hypertensive. So even the 120 over 80 that used to be our normal blood pressure is now considered pre-hypertensive. So anything under 120 is good. Anything over 120 is borderline. Anything over 130, 140 over 90 is hypertensive. So get yourself together. You can correct this. Your body can heal itself. Watch the movies Forks Over Knives. Watch the movie Super Size Me if you haven't seen it, to see the journey of the fellow who ate fast food every day, which is what I was guilty of, that made me gain weight. And then watch Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. You have to watch that. I mean, you don't have to adopt what they were doing or make that a part of your life, but it was a motivational picture, and it showed that you can accomplish anything. That if that person can do it, you can do it. So this is going to conclude my video for today. This is a Gone Veggie segment. Thank you all for your time and your energy, and I will be back later. God bless.